A KLM aircraft departs from one of the world's airports every 2.7 minutes. Each year, KLM transports more than 20 million people to 65 countries. This represents more than 200,000 flights annually. To manage these flights effectively, KLM works round the clock on safety. KLM's current fleet consists of more than 150 aircrafts and will continue to expand to guarantee operational availability around the world. More than 10,000 crew members man the aircraft. They ensure that our passengers arrive safely at their destination, while maintaining a high level of professionalism and service. A great deal of diligence and hard work, both in the air and on the ground, is required to make this possible. An enjoyable flight encourages passengers to fly with KLM again, and that's the idea, of course. KLM Flight Operations is responsible for such matters as the recruitment, selection and training of pilots. During the training process, state-of-the-art simulators are used to prepare pilots to respond to all manner of flight situations. When confronted with severe weather conditions, complex multi-runway airports or sudden technical failures, they must remain calm and maintain control of the aircraft. This is why pilots have to complete 2 trainings for their type of aircraft every year and sit examinations twice a year. In addition to theory, cockpit and cabin crew receive a variety of practical training courses in specially designed environments in which actual flight situations are simulated. The Flight Dispatch Department prepares detailed flight plans to ensure the smooth coordination of all takeoffs and landings. They also provide support to the cockpit crew during the flight. This involves more than 550 flights daily. Flight operations work closely with the network division to explore new destinations. One of the destinations we have investigated is Manila. Since October 2004, we're operating direct flights using Boeing 777. This aircraft's range is suitable for this long-haul flight. The political, technical and weather-dependent factors are assessed for each flight to determine which routes will be offered. The captain holds a pre-flight briefing about the Manila flight plan with his crew in the crew center, no later than 1 hour and 15 minutes before the flight. The pilot maintains contact with the flight dispatcher to coordinate any last-minute changes. Sometimes it's necessary to prepare an alternative route. The amount of fuel required is recalculated and the impact of additional weight on takeoff and landing is assessed. Only after this meeting is held, he signs off on the flight plan. The cabin crew has already boarded to prepare the flight and to inspect the aircraft. Using the aircraft technical log, the cockpit crew verifies whether the aircraft can receive technical clearance for departure. After the senior purser has given his approval and the captain has performed the cockpit security check, he reports that the entire aircraft is safe. Boarding begins. The passengers are welcomed by both the captain and the purser. 6 minutes prior to departure, the gate agent comes to deliver the passenger information list and the last-minute changes. The cabin crew closes the doors and the cockpit crew performs the final checks. The aircraft may depart once it receives clearance from the air traffic control tower.
Van Amsterdam.
Once the flight to Manila has taken off, another flight is preparing for takeoff. This time with a European destination. These types of continental flights are handled in much the same way as the intercontinental flights, such as the flight to Manila. There are differences, however. In about 12 hours, the intercontinental crew will reach its destination, Manila, while the continental crew has flown 4 times between 2 destinations, Paris and Edinburgh. This requires hard work and rapid aircraft turnaround. Within 1.5 hours, the Boeing 737 will land in Scotland, and 45 minutes after that, the aircraft will have been uploaded, the passengers disembarked, and new passengers will be boarding for the return flight. The crew begins work on the last flight of the day. It will be dark when they reach Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. At about the same time, the cockpit crew lands the Boeing 777 in Manila. Their working day has also come to an end. European airspace is extremely busy, and the amount of space available for expansion is limited. This is why KLM Flight Operations, Air Traffic Control the Netherlands, and the European Commission work closely together to secure a safe and efficient airspace. We refer to this as a single European sky. This will increase Amsterdam Schiphol Airport's importance as a main port for the SkyTeam. In this way, KLM's competitive position is secured. The environment and the residents in and around Amsterdam Schiphol Airport aren't forgotten in this process. Together with other stakeholders, KLM conceives of ways to limit the noise levels caused by flights. KLM Flight Operations investigates, for instance, how we can stay within the permissible sound levels by testing alternative air corridors. We aim to continue to grow until 2020 in a well-managed airspace with sufficient capacity. This requires future-proof politics. After all, KLM is developing and will continue to do so. The Flight Operations Division is the key factor behind this growth, with safety, security and punctuality as the primary conditions. KLM Flight Operations, 24/7, safe and secure.